3 clash points. I would like to state my one rebuttal, which is about the psychological problems of people. Just because they didn't mean to kill does not mean they're not harmful to people. And if you excuse these people, how are you going to solve the problem that you yourself set up from the first place, which is about innocent people, lives being saved? The problem here is not about psychological, mentally disabled people, rights being protected. It's you have to look at the problem. So I'm going to start with my first clash point, which is about is capital punishment morally justified? The government says that that this is not morally justified because innocent people are at risk of being mistakenly taken away to be capitally punished, and that violence leads to more violence, and that we are not, and that we're saying that killings is okay. We will say again that we are not saying that it's okay. We are saying that it has to be done in some cases, which is when one kills another people. It is morally justified because we are saving innocent lives. In doing this, which is, by the way, solving the problem directly, by that we mean that we are ruling out all the possibilities of the criminals in prisons being able to commit more crimes again. Capital punishment is justified. The moral high ground should not be taken into consideration when more lives are going to be threatened. We say that the government needs to come in and take action, and we cannot abolish capital punishment at all. Okay.
We already said that we're going to put them into a higher security jail, so how are those people going to lead to more harm, so killing innocent people in the first place?
Okay, that particular problem will be answered more in my next argument. Moving on to my second clash point, which is about mechanism, which mechanism is going to solve more the problem of innocent people being harmed. We say that the government comes up and give us this statistics of 20 innocent people dying, being capitally punished, mistakenly capitally punished and died in the 20th century. That's 100 years. The 20 people was killed in 100 years. Okay, well that's not much, but we do agree that every innocent people's lives are important. They are basically saying that capital punishment is violating innocent people's rights to life. However, we say that capital punishment is the only way that will certainly guarantee that the criminals are never going to commit their crimes again. Their mechanism does not fails to address any problems at all. Firstly, the mechanism does not even guarantee that innocent people are not going to be harmed by being imprisoned for life. Second of all, they cannot their mechanism cannot protect 100% of the innocent people, even though they claim that the jail is good enough, is highly secure enough to not break out. There will still always be that tiny or slight percent of people breaking out. People break jails all the time nowadays. It's not a lot of people, but there will be some percentage of people breaking out of jail. Moreover, your mechanism is just not feasible. How can you put every single person that commits murder into jail? Jail today is already overcrowded. Putting a 30-year-old man in the jail means that he has at least 35 years left. That is not possible. We are not saving spaces, but we are saying that there are no room left to put more prisons in. Like the fact that it's not feasible to put people in jail is just a fact that tells us furthermore how your mechanism is flawed. Aside from the fact that life imprisonment is just too soft for this type of crime from the first place. Okay, moving on to my about this whole thing means that your mechanism fails to address the problems that you yourself stated from the first place, that you want to protect innocent people. As I've stated before, innocent people are not protected at all under your mechanism. The government only represents the 30 people who died of capital punishment, but we would like to remind you of the innocent lives that have been saved by capital punishment. At least 30 real guilty criminals who was killed in the 20th century would have broke into jail and killed people in that during that 100 years. We are doing this with 100% certainty, while they are doing this by life imprisoning. They are not able to guarantee the 100% that innocent people's lives are going to be saved. Moving on to my last flashpoint, which is about does rehabilitation guarantee the safety and well-being of innocent people? First of all, I have noticed that there was a contradictory in their side of the side of the government. They say that they are going to life imprison these people, but at the same time they are offering the method of rehabilitation. Rehabilitation means that you're going to educate these people and put them out of prison again. What does that mean? That means that life imprisoning is not really put into use. Rehabilitation is going to be brought in, and people are going to be sent out again in the real world. This whole thing of rehabilitation totally questions the core of this debate, which is about how killing is wrong. Let's just say that we are ignoring the fact that they are contradicting themselves. We say that rehabilitation does not guarantee a thing. Unlike our mechanism, as I've stated before, rehabilitation means making them better and putting them on the social again. That the government has failed to prove to us how they're going to make sure that these people have changed completely, which is why we say that rehabilitation is never going to work. Furthermore, the relatives of a criminal's victim is going to be threatened, is going to feel threatened by these criminals running around on the streets, and they're going to be frustrated by this process of giving second chances. The idea of giving second chances is promoting the idea of saying that killing is okay. If you're saying that the people who gets killed and go into prison is going to be undergoing the process of rehabilitation, you're saying that it's okay to kill people because you're going to be giving second chances to them anyway, and therefore that's why rehabilitation is never going to work, and it's like contradicting yourself anyway. The core of this debate is about how killing is wrong, and it is only right when someone does something that is seriously wrong, like killing other people, and that is the only way that is why we say that capital punishment cannot be abolished. Thank you very much.